everybody, this is a big treat. You've all, of course, heard of Carnival Cruise Lines. Well, but we have someone who's the Vice President of Development for Carnival. And he, of course, is the chairman of this Economic Engine Performance Report. And it's a very, very big event. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it, please, David?
Sure. Thank you, Anita. Thanks for having me on today. So this Economic Engine Performance Report Luncheon really is an amazing event that the community leaders, business leaders, government leaders come together, for an event to really listen and hear from the most important, these economic drivers in the county. So you have the seaport, you have the airport, the Convention and Visitors Bureau. So you're really able to understand, where we've come from, and more importantly, the vision of where the county is going forward relative to these three important economic drivers. So the ability to hear from these leaders, the ability to network from other like-minded, entrepreneurs and business leaders, as well as so many other government leaders and business leaders, within a few hour period is quite astounding. So this is coming on, additional years. Last year was the first year we returned in a large format because of the pause in operations. And so we've learned from that, and we hope to make some of the enhancements and really ensure that the guests who are taking time out of their day, are learning something new, and more importantly, are able to share with like-minded peers.
Well, that's an excellent discussion on that, because I think a lot of people have never really understood how big that the Broward, now the port, is. For a long time, it was like a little baby, but I went on a Carnival cruise out there, and it's incredible. And I'm so glad that you're at the helm, because you do have a varied insight into a lot of things. You're just not someone working in cruise. And I think that's what's made it so successful. So let's talk a little bit about all the improvements now that are coming forth. I mean, this is wild that you're going to be for the airport and everything. That's going to help the Carnival, all the people who are traveling on all the cruise ships.
Correct. No, Anita, you're right in that. And the ability to have this incredible seamless integration between the seaport, between the airport, and then now with the convention center and the hotel, this is going to be really a one-stop and ease for that cruise passenger, because it's so important that, Fort Lauderdale and the airport serve as the gateway, to coming onto a ship. So the seamless capability that you have with so many various airlines and routes that come into Fort Lauderdale. And there's so much to do in Fort Lauderdale. So the ability that passengers like to stay a few days before or after the cruise, all of the enhancements and improvements that are being talked about will enable really an even better experience for those guests. So we're really excited to see all of these improvements coming forward and truly be or add to the economic benefit as cruise passengers come in and board their ship, and more importantly, make their way in and around the county for a few days before or after.
Well, and also just to let everyone know, the cruise ships now are functioning. It's really important if you can just get that out, so that it's an exciting way to travel, to get on a cruise, but people have been nervous. So what should you be telling them?
So we've been very successfully since July operating a return to service in the United States. So we have been doing extremely well. The cruising before even the pause in our operations was always a very safe way to do that, and to travel and explore many destinations, in one cruise, whether that's, 4 or 5, 6 days, 10 days, 11 days, or world voyages that may be, a year long. What we've done is work with all the relevant government authorities, including the CDC and the health teams that are within the company, within the industry, and the destinations that we visit, to ensure that, when you board a ship, it's going to be a safe environment to do that. And when you visit these destinations, that collectively, we are collaborating to ensure a very safe experience, more importantly, fun experience, because it is a vacation experience. So we want to ensure all the great things that cruising is known for, we can still deliver in a safe environment. And we've been very successful doing that. actually kind of the repeat cruisers that are coming back, even those that are cruising, are really coming back and sharing with the industry that the experience is kind of better than ever before. So the feedback that we get is as great and kind of ever before. The bookings are coming back. So we're really excited as an industry that we'll return to service. Kind of all of the ships should be sailing hopefully by the end of summer across all the fleets. There's still some areas around the world that we don't have that, but to cruise and sail from South Florida, it's a wonderful experience.
It is. And so do you cruise often? You can't, you're too busy working.
Not, I don't get a cruise enough, but I've gotten the chance to cruise in destinations in the Mediterranean with my family and in Alaska. So those are some of my favorites. I've cruised from South Florida, including Orlando or Port Canaveral and Miami, but it tends to visit a lot of the places that I work in, which it's great to go back on vacation, but I really enjoy exploring destinations that I haven't reached yet.
Right. Well, I just want everyone to know my guest is David. We call it Candib? Is that correct?
Yes.
Candib, and he is a development vice president of development at Carnival. And I would just tell you that the economic engine performance report it's coming up. There's a big event. He will be speaking there. That's June the 10th to 20, and it's from 11:30 to 1:45. And I hear that there's probably all the seats are taken.
I think the event is sold out from a sponsorship and table level. I think we're working with our PEA members and team that have a select few individual seats that are available, but we're in an envious position that we're very excited where we are and kind of is a sold out position from major premium sponsorships who really make this happen. And more importantly, the leaders of these economic engines who have committed their time to sharing the insight and meeting and kind of networking with those who are attending.
David, it's unheard of to have that kind of a turnout, but I want to thank you very much for taking your time. I know you're very busy, and I'll see you there.
Look forward to it. Thank you, Anita.
Thank you, David. Bye.